Okay, good evening to you all. Today is 14th January 2025, which marks the beginning of this IT employability skills bootcamp for 100 women. I removed the 100 women because we are no longer 100 women. So I just leave it for women. So like always in all my bootcamps or my programs or webinars, I normally used to start with the outlines. That is what we are to cover for that day. So, since this is an introductory part of it, and is the first session that we are having, I think we are going to look at some of the preliminary things that you need to learn and understand about this bootcamp before we start the actual class. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the bootcamp itself. That the first thing that we have on our outlines, we'll talk about the bootcamp so that some of you maybe will clear the doubt about what they think or what maybe they didn't know fully what the bootcamp is all about. So I'll talk about that. And also, I'm going to talk about how the bootcamp will be. So, how we're going to hold the bootcamp, what you need to know, what you need to have. We'll talk about that. And also, I'll talk about what to expect at the end of the bootcamp. I'll talk about that so that uh, if you are expecting uh, this or that, you will hear it from me. And believe me, you'll maybe at the end of the bootcamp, we'll ask you whether we meet up with your expectation or we did not meet up with your expectation or we exceed your expectation. So at the end of the bootcamp, we'll hear that from you. So I'll talk about what to expect. And we'll have question and answer. After that, I'll respond to your question and you can ask me things maybe related to uh, what you need to know or something maybe that you are not cleared with. And after that, we'll have today's outline. So all these outlines are just preliminary outlines of today. We'll have today's outline because we're going to cover some part of what we are here to learn. That is the IT employability skills. So we'll have a class. So all these that we are going to discuss about, consider it as introduction. So we'll have an introduction. You'll know everything. We'll just, kind of bring how can I say, we'll just talk about them as introductory part of everything. After that, we'll have the actual outlines for today. Okay, thank you. So let's start about the bootcamp. As we said, this bootcamp, it's a free bootcamp which is exclusively and purposely meant for women. And looking at how, even the men, I'm not going to say that females are left behind in tech or what. No, I'm not trying to say that. I don't even want to say that because even the men are left behind when it comes to, technology, especially in in our context, that is in our Nigerian context. So everybody is left behind. So we want to kind of have everybody inclusive in the journey and everybody to learn it, everybody to know it because it's like a general subject or GST is something that everybody needs to have it in him. So it's like a general subject. Everybody needs to have this IT skills, needs to have it. Whatever you studied, it doesn't matter. So this bootcamp, we are going to look at these IT employability skills. We'll introduce you to them. We'll guide you. We'll teach you on that because everything we're going to do has to be 100% practical of what you're going to learn. So don't expect us to give you a handout because a lot of people will think that, okay, yeah, we are going to give them handout or something like that. Please, we are not giving any handout to anybody. So if you want to follow along or something like that, please get your jota, get your book, write whatever you want to write because we'll explain it to you and we'll demonstrate how to work with it, how to kind of, you know, practice it on your own. And also, what I want to say is please Some of you will still ask me, I know some of you already asked, do I need a laptop to follow along? Of course, you need a laptop because this bootcamp is about IT skills, it's about computer, and this IT skills that you need requires you to get a laptop. I'm not saying you must go and buy a laptop. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is not having a laptop is not an excuse for you not to learn how to use a laptop. So don't take that as an excuse. Maybe, okay, I don't have a laptop. I'm not going to do it or I'm out. No, we all started learning computer when we don't have one. That's how it works. You need to start learning. But what I will advise you is you can't tell me that out of all the people you know in this world, nobody has a laptop that he or she can borrow you. If you tell me that, then I will tell you that your behaviors, you have issues in your behaviors. You need to go and rectify such issues. There is no way you can tell me you don't have anybody in this entire world to borrow a laptop for you. Even if you don't have any, believe me, there are lots of maybe business center, cafe, or somewhere you can go pay 100 naira, 200 naira. Just even if it is 1 hour, practice what you learn within the day. Every day, practice what you learn. Because if you said, okay, today I will not practice it, I will wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, you can have something huge and something that you cannot comprehend or merge it with what you learned yesterday. So I advise you, please, to have everything because everything now is coordinated. Any day that we didn't have a class, it breaks the joint and it's going to break uh, the outlines that we developed already for you. So please, every day we did something, go and practice it. If it requires you to practice it on laptop, get a laptop, practice it. If it doesn't require you to get a laptop, please read it, understand it, know it, and it will help you because we are going to teach you things that are relevant and we're going to teach you things that we know you will meet whenever you are working or when you get a job, something like that. So this is what this bootcamp is all about. It's not only for people that are beginners alone. Even if this is the first time you're going to learn computer, don't worry, we are is okay. The outlines are okay for you. You can follow along. And of course, those that are already working, those that are into the system, they want to enhance their knowledge, they want to improve their knowledge. It's time for you. This bootcamp is still for you. You can follow along. So this is it. So we are going to guide you through all this. We'll teach you through all this. And we believe at the end of the bootcamp, you will meet the expectation that we're going to tell you at this. So this is about the bootcamp. And also, please, I'm going to say this. We are not sharing offers. Some people are asking us, are we giving offer or are we getting job for people? Please, it's not about that. We're here to teach you skills that you need, skills that are required for you to go out there and hunt for a job. That's what we are doing here. So please understand this. So this is about this bootcamp. Okay, so how the bootcamp will be, we're going to discuss about that. How is it going to hold? So I'm going to explain all this to you. Please understand all this and all the rules, all the don'ts and do's that I'm going to talk about them here. Just understand this. If you understand this, believe me, we will continue to with you from starting day up till the end of it. First of all, let's talk about the duration and time of this bootcamp. You know, the duration and the period of this bootcamp I already told you is 40 days. It's going to last for 40 days. That's what this bootcamp is going to last for. Going to last for 40 days. The bootcamp will last for 40 days. And we are going to hold this bootcamp every single day for the consecutively till day one till day four. That's how it's going to hold. And every day the bootcamp will commence by 9 p.m. Every day 9 p.m. And I don't know when we are going to end it. That's why I'm not going to say 9 to 10, 9 to 11, 9 to 12, 9 to 1. I'm not going to say that. It's going to hold, it's going to start by 9. So I don't know 9 to what. That one I cannot tell you. So if you don't know, if you know you cannot sacrifice your 40 days or you cannot sacrifice that, it's okay for you to please, you can go. There are lots of people, maybe they are waiting in the room to join. So that's how it works. So you need to have this in your mind, please. This is a journey that you are starting, and tell yourself that this journey will last for 40 days. And every 9 p.m. you have something to do. You don't, it's not much. 40 days is not much. Let me tell you this. It's not that much because most of the bootcamp we are holding, we spend like 70 days, 90 days, 88 days, and every day we hold our class. So to you, I just see it like it's just we are just starting something that at the end of it it's not that much. So 40 days is not much. Some of you will look at it as is something like maybe it's going to take much. No, just sacrifice that 40 days of your life and believe me, is going to change at least something in your life, no matter how little. So 40 days, that's the duration. We are finishing on 22nd February 2025. So every 9 p.m. you have a class. It can be me, it can be one of my staff, it can be anybody, but every 9 p.m. your class will begin for the entire 40 days. Okay. Another thing is going to be session. So in your session, the reason why I put this, even though I talk about the duration and the time of it, like I told you every day, this session, every single day that you're going to have a session is something new. Is something new. Of course, we can have a recap on what we did yesterday, but recap is just a highlight of what we discussed. Then we have a continuation. But every day is something new, fresh. So if you miss today, and you didn't maybe follow it up, you want to meet us tomorrow, please, I assure you, you will be missed and you will not maybe understand what we are saying. So I highly recommend if you want to follow along right from tonight, make up your mind. Okay, make up your mind that, okay, I want to do this and I'm going to do it from day one to day 40. Because if you miss some days, maybe you miss the 11 day, 12 day, 13 day, 15, something like that. At the end of it, that was some of the time at the end of the bootcamp, you have someone asking question that you covered it somewhere, but he's not even aware of when we did it. So everything you see, I told you is a chain, is coordinated, well coordinated. So your outlines are chained. What we discussed today has everything to do with what we have discussed, what we are going to discuss tomorrow. It has everything to do with what we are discussing on day 40. So don't meet us on day 40 and we are doing something. You will be asking us, how are we doing it or how did we arrive there? Maybe you missed day one, day two, or day three. So all our sessions are related and they are coordinated. So please take note on this and every day take the session, understand what we discussed. Please practice it before next day. Before the next day, please practice it so that you will not miss it. I'm just telling you all this because when we reach maybe the 15 day 20s, I know some of you automatically they will just withdraw by themselves. I know. So I'm just trying to call your attention to this. If you want to follow us along, make sure you are ready to follow us along. But if you know you are going to just do ups and down, this and that, believe me, it will not work like that. And we are going to left you behind, we will move. Okay. So that's for this session. So every session is new outlines and new contents. Again, daily reflection. We are going to have a daily reflections with you. Looking at where it's just 40 days. I think we are going to have these daily reflections with you. It's going to be maybe you can be posting it online. That one is okay because there are people that maybe you can even teach them. What we want in this is the first time I introduce this daily reflection to you, to my in my programs. I think this is the first time. This daily reflection is something that will help you. Whatever we discussed, please go ahead and write it in your own words, in any language of your choice. Write it in your own words. What did you learn? How do you comprehend it? What can you say about it? And the rest. So it's a daily reflection. Go ahead and keep writing that. It's not something that I'm going to say, okay, you must send it to us, maybe to look at it. No, please write it on your social media handles. Go ahead and do that so that you create your handles to be something of maybe of good quality. Because nowadays in these days, most of you people are not aware that these handles, as you are seeing, the social media is the new CV, that you can be hired through it. Someone didn't know you, but if people are seeing you, what you are capable of, what you can do, you don't know who is who, and you don't know who will contact you through there. So keep doing that daily reflection every day. Whatever you learn, pick one of it, not all if you like, pick one of it and talk about it in any language, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, English, whatever. Choose any language of your choice, write about it. That's the daily reflection. So even today, what we have discussed today, have your daily reflection, write it, post it, tag whoever you want to tag, go ahead and do that. It's something that I want you to start having that practice right from today. Today is day one. You can start today, or maybe tomorrow will be day one, next tomorrow day two, like that. Maybe tomorrow you do your post, tonight you discuss everything, or you read everything, you learn it, and you understand it. Then you go ahead and write it in your own language, so that you explain it to uh, the world, and you reveal your understanding about what you have learned. So that's something that I want you to be doing, and that's uh, a good practice, please. An assignment. You're going to have assignments. You're going to be having assignments. But this assignment that we will give you, uh, you have about 5 weeks. Let me say 5 weeks. So you're going to have five assignments. You are going to have five assignments, and this assignment can come at any interval. Since it's not much weeks. Some of the people that we are having 20 weeks with them, or 12 weeks, or 15 weeks, we're giving them weekly assignments. So the assignment will come weekly, but yours is not like that. It's going to come within the interval. So we're going to give you assignment within the interval of any period. You'll have your assignment. What I'm going to say about this assignment is one. The assignment we are going to give you will give you 1 to 2 days to do the assignment and submit the assignment. And it can come at any time, like I said, it can come at any time. Please make sure you do your assignment, because failure to submit your first assignment, second assignment, or third assignment, once we ask you to submit it, maybe after 24 hours or after 72 or 48 hours, once you did not submit your assignment at that time, you are out. We'll remove you automatically. You'll see yourself out of the group, or you'll be removed. So that one thing about it. And also IDs will be shared with all of you. We are going to give you IDs. All of you will drop the link, the IDs with you tonight or tomorrow morning. Go through your IDs. Just pick. IDs was shared already. You already have your IDs. I forgot. IDs was shared in your that offer. So you already have your IDs. So when you are submitting your assignments, you need to make sure you captured your ID, because when we are recording those that submitted the assignment and the score, we need to see those that are submitted and those that did not. And you're going to have five assignments, like I said. After three assignment, we looked at the aggregate marks. After the third assignment, we look at the aggregate marks. Those that did not get the cut-off marks that we want, normally we are at 80. Those that didn't get 80% of the total marks at maybe when you submitted your third assignment, such people will be dropped out. You will be out automatically also. So just start counting. After fourth assignment, you will be out. After third assignment, I'm not enticed about the number of the participants, the people that we have. I know we said 100 people, but you see we have about 597 people. But in the group, I think we have about I think 300 plus joined the group. So believe me, maybe at the end we can be around 100 or 50 or 20. I don't care. Even if there's one person, if the person is serious and uh, you know, adhere to the rules, and till the end we finish with one person, is okay. What we want is to have people that what we teach them, understanding, and people that we believed they can be able to depend what they learn, and what they learn will benefit them at the end of it. So please have this in you. You're going to learn a lot and you are going to learn much, and you need to adopt other behaviors, not only learning the IT skills. There are lots of things that etiquettes that you need to learn during all this boot camp. Punctuality, issue of consistency, seriousness, focus, all such, skills, you need to have them. All such soft skills, you need to have them in you. Okay, that's about your assignment. So that's it. That's what I'm going to say about it. Then at the end of it, you'll have a capstone project. You two, you're going to have a project at the end of the bootcamp that would complement your assignments, because your assignments are going to be five. So we are going to give them about 10 marks per each. Then the remaining 15 marks will come from this project that you are going to do. So that's how it's going to happen. So this project can be anything. It can be anything, the capstone project, and it's going to be maybe uh, all what you have learned is what you are going to have a project on it. So at the end of it, we'll share the project topics to some of you, to all of you, those that reach the final stage, and you will continue from there. Awesome. Okay. Uh, okay, I saw someone is asking question in the chat. Can we ask question relating to our jobs? Don't worry, what we are going to talk about here is going to be related to every job. That's what we are going to discuss. That's why I told you is employability skills. It's going to be related to every job. So I don't know what job you are in or what job you are craving to have, whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing, being you in health sector, being you in agricultural sector, educational sector, finance, uh, whatever sector you are in or you think you are. The skills we are going to talk about are going to be skills that are applicable across every sector. They are IT skills that are applicable across every sector. So I'm not only talking about specific sector, so don't worry about that. So what to expect? Uh, this is something that I think some of you or most of you maybe will be asking, but I'm going to tell you what to expect, and there are more to it. But I will just highlight some of the things you should expect at the end of this bootcamp. Number one, what you're going to expect is you're going to learn how to efficiently work with computer. That's one thing that I'm going to be, I'm assuring you that, of course, when we are done after these 40 days, then you are going to, uh, uh, you know, learn how to work with computer. You're going to learn how to work with computer efficiently. That's one thing that I believe if you focus and you dedicated your time in that, you will learn that. Another thing that you expect is you will learn how to develop different documents on a computer. There are lots of documents that you can develop on a computer that has to do with maybe starting from your CV, starting from maybe what do we call it, cover letter, other maybe memo to draft applications, to draft other things. At least you will learn how to do all such things by yourself. How to customize text, how to do different things. It's something that you can do it at least. So which sometimes most of the time when you are working somewhere, it all has to do with this, you creating documents, you customizing documents, or you developing or doing something. So it's something that we believed. At the end of this bootcamp, you learn how to develop different documents. Another thing is you'll understand what is computer and what computer can do. There are lots of people that even now they're working with computer, they know how to work with computer, but if they ask you some questions, you will know that they have no idea how computer works. Believe me, you will learn that, and we'll tell you that, we'll teach you that. At the end of this bootcamp, you will understand how computer works. How computer works. Even after today's class, I believe you will learn that, and you know, okay, so this is computer in all, this is what computer is all about. So you will understand that. At the end of this bootcamp, you will know that. You'll have many things to put in your CV. Of course, some of you, your CV is only NYSC, teaching practice, and whatever. what did I then what did they call it? That thing in NYSC, say it. I think that's the only things in most of the people NYSC, apart from their qualification, primary, secondary, then BSc, then followed by NYSC certificate. So if you ask them the working experience or something to put in their CV, they have nothing. So at least at the end of this bootcamp, some of you might have something to put in your CV. At least you can develop your own CV and you can have something to put in your CV that I know how to do this. And believe me, that alone is something that will attract the hiring people to say that, yeah, we can hire this person because at least the person has some knowledge about computer. Okay. So the next thing is you'll be ready to learn other computer skills. So after this bootcamp, you will be ready to learn other skills, other programming skills, other software skills, other skills. You can go ahead and learn any other profession that you want in computer. You can go ahead and do that. What do you want to be expertise in? Go ahead and do that. What do you want to specialize in? You can go ahead and do that. Because most of our people, they they don't have the employabilities because this employability skill we are discussing are the skills that 80% to 90% of the skills is what you are working with in the office. That's it. But most of our people are learning things that are not the skills that they will work in the office. So after you maybe you get the job, you will end up okay, do this, do that. You don't know how to do it because what you learn is not applicable to the context or to the work you are doing. So you'll be ready to learn other skills, go ahead and do all such skills. But when it comes to employability skills, at least for you to deliver, at least for you to work, you'll be ready for that. So that's what I'm saying. So learn common IT or employability skill. Of course, you are going to learn that. That's what you're going to learn, of course, at the end of this. So it's something that you need to expect. And there are many more to this. So I can just keep telling you what to expect, but please expect this. At least this that I have mentioned, expect them, please. You should expect them. So let me look at this because before we start with the today's outline, let me look at some of the charts because I can see there are some charts here. Let me look at it. If we don't have someone that will borrow us laptop, how are we going to do? I talk about that. I said you can go to any business center. Maybe there is a business center in your state or cafe. You can go to cafe, you can go to business center, you can go there. You can go there. Someone was saying, please, are you going to share the record on the WhatsApp platform? Yeah, I'm going to share that with you. But I'm not encouraging you not to be in the class because this recording is not uh is not a promise. I don't want it to be for you to think that it's going to be available every day. Sometimes it's not going to be available. So make sure you are here. But yeah, we are going to share the recording with you because we know some people have network issue. But sometimes you need to be here because sometimes we can finish the class after all the hours of the recording. I missed the recording, or maybe I didn't record the class. So that's the end. Please, sir, do we get certificate about the bootcamp? No, I don't normally give certificates after my bootcamps. I don't normally do that. And I don't want to tell you that, yeah, I'm going to give you certificate. If I am, maybe I'll tell you. But if you are here because of certificate, please withdraw. Let me just tell you this. If you are here because you want to get computer certificate to put it maybe in your CV or to place it on your social media handle or to start sharing on online that you did bootcamp, please. If you are here for certificate, I'm not. Please just go. I don't want to even talk about certificate, please. I want you to have the skills. Forget about certificate. So focus on the skill. Certificate should be maybe a secondary concern to you. If there is certificate, you are still learning. If there is no certificate, you are still learning. So I don't want you to have that certificate in mind. Please. Please confirm do some of the skills. I already talked about this. If you want to follow us along, I already said this. If you want to follow us along, please try as much as you can to get a laptop. If you cannot borrow a laptop, like I said, please try to get somewhere that you can get a laptop. Maybe a cafe, maybe a business center, somewhere that you can get a laptop. If you have a friend or you don't have any friend with laptop, befriend someone with laptop. Get new friends now. You need to get new friends, go to the house frequently. Just tell them that, okay, please, I just want to be coming and touch your laptop at least. Someone was asking, can desktop do? Of course, desktop can do it. I'm just saying laptop because laptop is commonly used now by people. Desktop can do it. Desktop can do it. Someone, please, please, stop about, forget about the YouTube or whatever, please. Forget about that. I'll share this thing with you. Please keep asking your question because we are going to start today's class now, today's lecture now. So keep asking your questions so that after today's class, uh, then maybe when we are done, maybe you can still ask question related to what we discussed. But I want to hear question related to this preliminary outlines that we discussed. So please about daily reflection. I didn't get that because my network was misbehaving. You see, okay, since your network is misbehaving, I'm going to say it again. But anything that somebody's network is misbehaving, I am recording the class. I will share with you so that we will not be going back and forth. So, what I said about daily reflection is every day, whatever we discussed, please jot it down or write it. Compose something in your own understanding, in your own language. I didn't ask you to speak in English. I didn't ask you to write it in English. It's not compulsory. Just go ahead and write it in the way, in the language you understand it. You are the one now explaining it to people, like you are teaching other people. So just write it in a way that you understand it. That's what I said about it. Write it in the way you understand it. You can write it in any language. Igbo, like I said, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, whatever language you understand, Arabic, any language, write it and share it with people. At least share it on your social media. I said the reason why I'm doing this because I want you to start building a online presence good online presence because now some of the recruiters that will give you jobs will ask you for your social media handles. They used to go to your social media handle and check. And I believe most of you, if you go to their social media handle, they are selling all these small chops, meat pie, cake, and whatever. So you see, it's just you are just a catering. So I don't know how do you think they are going to hire you to do work for them when your social media handle is full of catering, advertisement, and whatever. So that's why I said you need to start doing that. So write your daily reflection every day, at least for the next 40 days, you have something to post on social media, at least on your status and on your maybe other social media handles. So that's what I said about this daily reflection. So my phone will go up soon, please. I'm not even going to talk about this. Sir, I just got knocked out by network and I missed. Don't worry, you'll hear what you missed later when the recording was shared with people. Please, some of us are married women. Can we have stipulated time? I mean, the daily duration for better. Yeah, I'm very, very sorry. Me too. I'm a married man. My wife is still there, So, yeah, it's something that, like I told you, to me, uh, if you can go whenever you want to go. I said it, go. But I told you this plated time is 9 p.m. I don't want to promise anybody and say, okay, by 10 p.m. we'll close. What if we didn't finish the outlines that we have on that day? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to put a stipulated time that, okay, we are finishing on a so time. I'm not going to say that. So it's a 40 days. So if you cannot maybe do that, like I said, or maybe your husband will not allow you to, whenever your husband requires you, please, you drop out and go. The recording will be there. You go ahead and watch it. I'm not forcing anybody to stay. So that's how it is. So it's okay. You can prepare every time I said 9 p.m. At least you start 9 p.m. After any time that you think is okay for you, can go. But 9 p.m. is going to be our time to start. Please, I excuse my. Okay. Okay. Someone say Instagram handle. Yeah, we have Instagram handle. You search Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited. If it is mine, you search Ahmad. I mean, Ahmad, that's my name. So you can search me in on all social media handles. That's my name. Please, how do we start with the social media handle? Should we create new handle? Also, can we also have your contact on WhatsApp? But some people are asking for my contact. My contact is already on WhatsApp, and also you still have social media handles. It's just the hashtag that I know it will be shared by Ahmed also. Amma will share the hashtag if you want. You can just use the hashtag because we'll create maybe a hashtag for your bootcamp. So whenever you are posting on Twitter, on Instagram, or LinkedIn, on uh, Facebook, you can use the hashtags. But you all have your social media accounts. That's your handles. You all have them. Okay. So thank you. I think that's all for this preliminary because we are yet to start our today's class. So this is just for us to uh, brainstorm. So if you have any question, drop your question please in the chat. If you don't, we continue. Someone say, what about people living in areas where there is no network? Some like my village network is another issue. Like I said, the recordings will be available, will be there. So if you miss the class, your network is bad this day. Tomorrow, then you watch what we did. But make sure you didn't miss it. That's what I'm trying to call your attention to. Please make sure you did not miss it. Make sure. Oh boy, someone was still asking the same. Okay, I'm done with this question because it's just uh to me it's just a tautology. So let's continue, please. So our today's outline, let's look at what we are going to cover today, what we'll discuss. Today is just kind of since it's just the beginning and we already have spent some time. How many minutes? We spent around 29 minutes so far. Or let me say 37 because after uh we started that. So uh let's look at the outlines, what we are going to cover today. So we're going to discuss about what is computer and we're going to talk about how computer works. Like I told you, of course, it's part of what you are going to expect. How computer works, we'll look at that. And what made up of a computer. So how did computer comes into being? Because the reason why we are going to have this is for you to, because like I said, there are people that will ask you about computer or will want you to do something for them in computer. Once they talk about it, you will tell yourself they have no idea what computer is all about. They have no idea, no ounce of idea what computer is all about and how computer is made up of. So we'll discuss about that so that none of you will go and ask such question. Whenever you have that, you can discuss it. And let me remind you what we are going to discuss today, please. Most of the computer interview that we are going to have, especially IT, where IT question will comes in, are going to be part of what we are going to discuss now. So after this, we're not going to discuss it any other day. We are done with them. And believe me, in most of your interview, you will have this question, especially in a written interview, objectives or something like that. They will ask you this type of questions that we are going to discuss. So forget about other skills that you have. If you don't have these skills, to them, you don't know anything about computer. So that's what we are going to discuss about this today with you. So don't worry, don't say, okay, yeah, it's just what is computer? I already know computer, I will go. Yeah. If you want to go, you go. There are lots of people in the waiting room, like I told you already. But believe me, I want you to know it because I know the benefit of it. I know how useful it's going to be to your life. So you need to understand this. We'll talk about software and hardware. You need to understand this also today. Types of software, input and output. Then we'll have another question and answer related to all this. Then we'll have conclusion and call it a day. So this is what we are going to cover tonight. So believe me, you have a lot to write for your daily reflection in this. Out of this, I believe you have a lot. You have a lot to learn here. So just sit and don't worry, don't force yourself. Consider yourself you don't know it, nobody knows it. Just consider yourself that. Don't try to struggle. I'm going to tell you what is relevant. Like I told you, I'm going to teach you what is relevant, and I'm going to teach you what I know you might meet in uh, you know, public place or in other working space. So that's it. So, what is computer or how do you define computer? I'm not going to give a definition of computer. Please, I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to say computer is this, is that. I just believe you know how to do that. I just know that. Oh, I'm very, very sorry. You see, this is sometimes one of the things that I'm sorry. Someone just texted me on WhatsApp. He told me that at night, PM, they join the class, but the person is deaf. He cannot hear us. You see, I don't know how to do with them. Even though, yeah, I have class for them, but the class I'm holding for the people that have with special needs, the class I'm holding for them is physical classes. I'm having physical classes for them, but it's there in my hometown in Gusau. So I don't know how to do with the person. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know. So he just texted me. So I'm very sorry to the person, and I'm going to reply him after the class. So yeah, we thank God for the this blessing that we can listen, we can hear, and the rest. Yeah, this really touched my heart, and yeah, so I'll apologize to the person, and I don't know if he's in Gusau in Zamfara. I will tell him that yeah, their classes are holding, but normally their classes are physical classes. It's not uh online. Okay, so please in the chat, can you help us with the definition of computer? How do you define computer? Let me hear from you so that we can move. I'm not going to define computer, but I believe you can all tell us. Please tell us in your own language, own understanding. Don't use ChatGPT or Google. Please, can you drop something for us so that we look at it and continue? I'm listening. I'm waiting for you in the chat. I'm waiting for you in the chat, please. Can you drop what is called? What do you understand? An electronic machine that accepts data and process information. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a device that processes data and info. It's a device that is used to make work use. Thank you. It's an electronic machine that accepts data, store data, and change the data into information. Okay, a machine that accepts data, process it, and bring it out info. It's a device. Oh boy. It's okay. Thank you so much. You all know what is computer. That's why I said I'm not going to define what is computer. It's just for us to know that you know what. Please, if you know you don't know what is computer, go through these definitions, go through this definition, and just pick the one that you want. And that's what is computer. The only thing that I'm going to say is always use the word device when you are defining computer, not machine. Use the word device, not machine, when you are defining computer. That's all what I want to say. But all the other definitions you gave is correct. Please, is correct. Is correct. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's okay. Don't fool the chat. It's okay. Let's continue. Thank you. Let's continue. So you know what is computer? Okay. Thank God we are done with that. Let's move. So let's look at this, how computer works. So this how computer works. I'm going to explain this to you in one after the other, please. After this, reflect on it and you'll understand that okay, this is how computer works. First of all, computer is electronic. That is, it's required something electronic, something that will give it power. It requires that. Okay, understand this. For computer to work, anytime it needs a power, whether small battery, whether generator, whether power, that is whether NEPA, you can call it, whether solar, whatever, for computer to work, there has to be an electronic something that assists it for it to work. So anything you see related to computer, anything you see that is computer, it needs that power. Sometimes the power you cannot see it. It can be like ATM card machine. Something is working. You think there is no power. There is power attached to it. It's you that doesn't know where the power comes from. There must be something powering it. So that's something you need to understand first about computer. Okay, again, it is a device. It is a device. So computer is a device, and because it's a device, now you see, I say don't use the word machine. Don't use the word machine because there are lots of machines that are not computer. Don't use machine. And there are a lot of electronic machines that are not computer. They're not computer. They're not computer. They are just they are just machines. They're just machines. Just machines like machines. Okay. Like this, for example, let me just give you this. Um, if you talk about a grinding machine that you use, it's not it's just a machine. There are other just all these industry machines that are used. It's now they are trying to computerize them. It's now they are doing that, but they are not computer first passive. It's now they are computerizing them. They are putting some device in them to automate what they want them to do to make them looks like that. But before they are not. They are just machine. The way machine is, they are just machine. So not every machine, not all the machines, even the machines now is only those that they embed the computer in them. That will make them to be, maybe you can call them that device also. Even by then, they are just device. Okay. So use the word device, please, not machine in understanding what computer is all about. So that somebody will not bring his machine and tell you to use your computer, maybe to know what is going on or to format his grinding machine for him or to do something for him like that. Not that. Please, not that. They are just machine, just like that. They're just machine. They're just machine, not device. Okay. And also computer needs data. How computer works, computer requires data. Always computer requires data. Anything that computer is working with or is doing, it has to do with a data. There is a data. Either or the data is already in it or we are feeding it with the computer or it is what it is bring out the data. So sometimes the data is already embedded in the computer. The data is there like other digital watches that we have, for example, that record people, that do other things, call people, and whatever. The data was already put there in them. So whatever computer is doing has to do with the data. Either the data is in it already, or we are the one giving it the data, or the computer is bringing out the data. So it always requires data to work. If there is no data, computer will not work. And that why when we are talking about this software, this thing, you understand that even the computer now you are watching all this that we are working with is a software that we are using, the Zoom software. It's a software. Without the software, you all install the software on your mobile phones. Without the software, we cannot do anything. That means we put the data of that software on our phones, and that way we are able to do this. So there is always a data needed for a computer to work. However, if there is no data or the file, I'll call it that, or the file maybe corrupted, everything will stop. Everything will stop in the computer. So it always requires data. And please, when I say data, I'm talking about information, not MTN or Airtel data. So that somebody will not say, yeah, we need data. That way we are able to come on Zoom. No, I'm not talking about mobile network data, the one we are purchasing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about information. Computer need information. It always need information. There is something that, or there is an information already in it or given to it or embedded in it for it to work. So you need to understand this. So that way, anything computer is doing, It's just now computer is given the monopoly to do things on its own, but we teach it how to do it. Now it's like we can put computer like in primary school, you were taught 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. In your secondary, you were taught intro technology and all inter science and whatever. And after that, you learn how to read, you go there, you studied medicine or law or engineering, you come back. So computer also now we are teaching computer. You can teach computer right from elementary. You teach computer A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, and up till a level where you can allow it to go ahead and do things on its own. Now that's the era we are, and that's why you are always hearing artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. That's what you are learning, you are hearing. It's just now we arrive at a era whereby we are teaching computer to a certain level, to a degree, maybe a PhD level. Then we'll allow it and say, okay, from there, please, computer, go ahead, do whatever you want to do on your own. We are done with you. Because we gave it the data, we teach it the data, we allow it to go ahead and continue creating its own data by itself. So please understand this. This is how computer works. If there is no data, there is no information, and computer cannot do anything. And that why let me tell you this. If you purchase a new SIM, nobody saved that new SIM. Let me just give you this. Nobody saved that new SIM on smartphone. Nobody saved that SIM on his smartphone. And that smartphone that I'm talking about, the smartphone, even if it was saved on a smartphone, the smartphone, let's say, doesn't have Truecaller, for example. You just purchase a new SIM. If you use that number, you run it on Truecaller, there is no way you can find the name of the owner of the SIM card. No way. The reason why you can see the names of the people now is because Truecaller has the data already. And Truecaller of all mobile phones around the world are communicating with each other because we are all on the same server. We are all on the same storage. We'll talk about computer storage. We are all on the same storage on the same server. So when I save your number, for example, Ahmad Aminu Ahmad, I have a true caller on my phone. Every person on the world that search that number on his true caller is going to see my name. It's not computer that get the name. It's you that save it. It's you that gave the computer the information. And that way, when they search my name, they can be able to find the name attached to that mobile phone number. And that way, the way people save your number is how it will show on Truecaller or the way you registered it on Truecaller. That's how it works. If you didn't register your number on Truecaller and nobody ever saved your number on a phone that has Truecaller, there is no way if you search the number on Truecaller, you will not never see that information on Truecaller. So computer works always with data. Please understand this. Okay. So input. Computer also needs input. I told you the input can be pre-made or it can be after. So the input is there always. It can be pre-made, it can be after. That's for the input. So the information can be imputed, inserted in it. For example, now I took my flash. I just collected my flash from you. Maybe you insert a movie or you put a project for me or a file. You just put it for me. When you give it to me, I put the flash and I open the file on my computer. Yeah, I'm the one that imputed the file on my computer. I'm the one that did that. I'm the one that did that. So that's the input. Computer always need information. It's not out of the blue that computer is doing what you are seeing. Whatever you are seeing computer is doing, we gave it the command. We gave the command to the computer and we asked computer to do it, and that way computer is doing it. So you need to understand the input. So we already gave it information. We insert the information. Computer process the information. That's one thing about the computer. Like us now, if I say something, you need to process it, you need to think it. Computer also do that. And that's why they are developing, always they are building the capacity of computer to have bigger RAM. And that's what RAM of computer is always doing. Because that's the temporary storage of it. It's just a random access memory of the computer. So that RAM, computer will only go there, just comprehend, think what you gave it, the command you gave it, and it just go ahead and do the command. So it process all the information given to its computer, process that information. Always it process the information. Okay. Then the output, the output, the output. Now for the output, computer also works on that. After it processes the information, it brings the output. So maybe it's a video you want to play. You click on the video, computer will process the file, will process the video. At the end of the day, it will show the images for you. Then you will start watching audio visuals, content. That's after it processes it. That's why sometimes when you are trying to open big file, computer will take some of the time to process that, to see what it is, what it can do, to understand the file. Some computer, if they don't, maybe it doesn't have enough storage to think, it somehow crash, somehow it will stop, somehow it will not do anything. You see, so it all has to do with that. So this is how computer works. It's electronic. I told you it always needs power. It is a device, data. And please understand this issue of device. It's not that why I didn't say machine. I just forgot this. That why I didn't say machine. You see, machine requires to see a physical something like that for machine to be machine. That why computer sometimes it can be a chip. It can be something that sometimes you cannot even see it with your eyes. It can be that. So it's just something that not the way we think machine is. So it is a device. And also it requires data. Requires data after the data, it has the input feature, then it processes the input feature and then it brings the output like that. So this is how computer works. So please reflect on this, understand this, and it will help you a lot. Whenever you hear something about computer, if somebody tells you that computer can do this, always asking you things about computer. There are a lot of people that might ask you sometimes irrelevant questions, sometimes questions that can confuse you. Just think of this. This is how computer works. This is how computer works, and you can answer the person in as much as you understand how computer works. Okay. So what made up of a computer? So what made up of a computer are two things, the hardware and the software. So it's always the hardware and the software. The hardware are the devices and this that you know the physical components of it that we can touch, we can see, they are the hardware. While the software are things that we cannot see, they are the abstract component of it. That is the coding, that is the codes that were written, the programs, the commands that were given to the computer. You cannot see them. So that what made up of the software. You cannot touch the software. And anything you seeing, all these graphical user interface we are touching, maybe I'm clicking here, you are clicking home, you are clicking back on your phone, you are touching the screen, you are doing all this. They are all features that was developed. They are all software features of computer. While the device that is in your pocket, maybe is a phone or is a laptop, they are the what? They are the hardware features of it. So anything you can touch and see is the what is the hardware. Things that you cannot touch in computer are the software. So example of this software are all these, you cannot touch WhatsApp, you cannot touch Chrome browser, you cannot touch TikTok, you cannot touch Facebook. All these they are softwares. You cannot even touch the file that maybe when you are computer, maybe your phone maybe crash, you need to take it for flashing and whatever, or your laptop crash, you need to format it and install new window on it. You see, all these are the softwares that we are putting on the computer. And for the hardware are the devices that carried the software and process the software. So that way one cannot work without the other and the other cannot work without the other. That's how it is. So please understand this. Okay, so this is what made up of a computer. Whenever you hear this, please, if you were asked of this software, what are software, what are hardware, or software and hardware, you know what to talk about, you know what to say, and always one needs the other. Okay. You can keep writing your questions in the chat. If you have any questions, please keep writing your questions in the chat. When we are done, then I'll go through all your questions and we'll talk about them. So let's talk about the types of software that we have. So we have system software and we have application software. So this system software are software that the the computer cannot work without them. Computer cannot work without them. Even your mobile phone cannot work without this system software. That's the first type of software that we have. And this type of software has to do with operating system. The operating system we are using. Without them, there is no computer. Please understand that. Without them, there is no computer at all. Without the system software, there is no computer. And also, even on your mobile phone, without that mobile phone software, there is no mobile phone. That's why you see you need to take it to any place where they flash phone, they put the file on the phone, then the phone will come back. And then when it comes back, or when we have this software on it, this system software, we have this application software. Application software are the usable software that we are using. The Zoom that you have on your mobile phone, the WhatsApp, the Chrome browser, maybe the Microsoft Word file, the Excel, and whatever. All of these are the what application software on the devices. So they are just supporting software that you used after you install the system software. So we'll talk about this, but in your outlines, we are not going to talk about how to format a system, how to install new operating system, how to do that. I'm sorry, we are not going to cover that. We're not going to do that, but you need to understand this. You need to know that. And let me say this to you. Anytime that on a computer, you can have a computer that uh, uh, you on it is working but is misbehaving, or maybe it crashed, or it corrupted, or is not showing something else. It has to do something with software. Maybe you need to remove it and install another one. Don't just go and take it to other mechanic people so that will remove this, install this. Sometimes it's not that. It's just what is a everything is working perfectly. It's just software issue that you need to rectify, you need to work on. So you need to understand there are these two types of software, the application and the system, so that you'll not get confused sometime between the two. So please understand. And some of you didn't know that about this system software, the operating system, the Windows, the Linux, Mac OS, the Ubuntu. I don't know if all of you understand this. Uh, you know all this. They are the operating system. You can go ahead and learn what operating system are all about. They are the software that n- computer cannot work without them. But this application software, computer can work without the application software. So nobody said you must have VLC player on your laptop for it to work. Nobody said you must have Microsoft Word on your laptop for it to work. Nobody. So all such software, application software are supportive, while the system software are compulsory. Okay. So let's talk about this input and output. Any devices that we use to input data are input devices on computer. Any devices, ask yourself, anything that you use to put information, you use it to put data in computer is input device. Don't get confused about any other thing. Understand this. Once you use that device to input data on a computer, is input device. Flash drive is input device. Our hard drive is input device. What else? Anything that you use is a what is input device. Our keyboards are input devices. So that's what input is all about. Then for the output, device that helps to bring out information, out data from computer are the output devices. Our printer is output devices because it brings out information for us. So anything that you use in this, please understand this. Output, input, output, input. And there is something that will confuse you with either input or output. For example, photocopy machine. Photocopy machine is input or output. It's something that confuses a lot of people. Is it input or output? Please, can you answer this question? Because I know some people will answer it. You will definitely answer it. I know there are lots of questions. I will go back to the question. Let me see where I stopped. Okay, I stopped at 9:46. Yeah. So I'll come back to your questions. So computer device, photocopy machine, is it input device or output device? Let me hear from you. Output, output, output. It's an output. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You see, photocopy machine, a lot of people are calling it output devices. That's the feature that a lot of people think is doing. So photocopy machine is not only output device. It's not only out. When you put a paper on it, let me tell you what it did. It's scanning the paper for you. And scanner is what is input device. It's recording, the machine records the information you put on top of it. It records the information. It scans the information. And then what did do for you? It prints out the information. The same information it captures, the same information it scanned, it brings out the information. That's why I take note on this. That photocopy machine that you are seeing, it has a very a small temporary memory on it. When you put a paper on top of it, it's memorize it, it's copy it. That way, even if you remove the paper, you ask it to photocopy it 1,000 times, it will keep photocopying it for you. Even if you remove it out of it. Why? Because it retained the what? It retained the information that it you gave it to it. With the information is on the paper. So that way it had the function of input in it. So you input information to it, and then what it did after is what it print it out for you. So photocopy machine has two features: scanning features and also what and photocopying features. That's why all these printing machines photocopy machine that you are seeing, when you put the paper, sometimes you can save it in your flash. You can do the scanner and save it in your flash and go. You don't need to print it out. It's not always that you need to print. Sometimes you just scan, you just do that and just take it on your own. Or you scan, you remove, and it do it for it. So it's both. It's both input and also what? An output device. So whenever you were asked all these questions, put it at the back of your mind. What is input and what is output? I told you input, we use it to input data, and output, it helps the computer to bring out the data. And when we say information, like I said, when I say data, I mean every piece of information. It can be text, it can be video, it can be audio, it can be anything. That was speaker. Is speaker input or output? I don't know what you are going to say. Is it input or output device? So all this, you need to understand this. You need to learn this and know this is input and this is output devices of computer. Okay, so I think after saying all this is where we're going to draw the curtain today. We'll stop here and tomorrow we'll continue. I believe today we have an overview of what you know, computer is all about, how computer is made up of, and how computer works, and what are the software and hardware and input and output devices. Okay, so if you have a question, please you can ask. Let me go back to 946. Let me go back to 946. Computer is a device which checks. Okay, someone is sending computer. Someone again. Someone is okay. How does compute? Yeah, yeah. You see, there is this deaf people also, the people with special needs, you see, it's even asking us they need translator, they need interpreter. I don't know how are we going to get interpreter. Seriously, I don't know. But I'll talk with some of them that I knew. Maybe we can have interpreter to maybe to open his. But the issue is the interpreter cannot feature here. They cannot see him. I don't even know how we are going to do this. Seriously, I don't know. Please, you can advise me accordingly, please. Just advise me so that I can see how we can carry them along, please. They are deaf, they cannot. They can read all what you are saying, they can read. Believe me, they can read all what you are saying. They can read it, but they cannot speak. So please, you can advise me how are we going to carry them along? Because if we bring their interpreter, I know a lot of the interpreter, we work along with them. I don't know how he's going to. Is he going to be here with? If he share his, maybe he open his camera. I think they can see him. I'll talk, but you can share me, you can advise me, please, so that we can carry them along. Seriously, I don't want them to be left behind. Now, can we say that a mobile phone is also a computer? Because I noticed that all the mentioned pieces of computer app. If your mobile phone is not a computer, what it is? How can we call it what it is now? I don't know. If your mobile phone is not a computer, what it is? Okay, we are done with this photocopy machine. Okay, this question that I asked you, speaker is what is speak. I can see you are just kind of what can I say? You are just arguing about that. Maybe it will be something we'll discuss tomorrow. Is speaker input or output device or both? Let's discuss it maybe tomorrow. But please, you need to go and read all the features of speaker. And after that, you tell me is speaker input or output device. Because I can see you are just kind of uh okay, okay. Someone was asking me, is printer output or input? Oh, like photocopy machine. But a printer is not doing what photocopy machine is doing. Printer is not doing that. It's not doing that. I told you what make photocopy machine to be the input is that retainership temporary memory that it has. That's the only thing that it's captured. Then it prints it out. That's the temporary memory. But the printer is direct. It didn't retain anything. Some people don't know the meaning of data and information. Oh boy, someone said it, they didn't know the meaning of data and information. Data is information. Information is data. And I told you we're not talking about MTN data. So data is information. Information is data. Any piece of information is a data. Any piece of data is information. And I told you it can be text, it can be audio, it can be video, it can be anything. Sound, it can be sound, it can be anything. Anything is data. Can they play it using, can they play what? I didn't get you, please, Ojonya. Can they play what? Maybe, I don't know what you mean. If you can move the class to another platform, how? What platform? There is no platform that I think that you can do it. And I'm not moving it. Zoom is my preferred. I'm not the ambassador, but Zoom is what I want. Even on Zoom, it's just like me, I don't know how to video, how to do the translation. And the translator is supposed to be with me. Translator is supposed to be maybe we are together when we share the screen. Then I can put his video somewhere here. Then he can keep doing it. But there is no way we can be you cannot see my screen if there is a video also shared together. You cannot see it. But yeah, what I said, I see someone Rukesho was saying that yes, I think they can see him. If he can join us, then he open his camera, then he can be doing the interpretation for them. So we shared our screen here. He's doing the interpretation, and him too. He needs to follow us along also, for him to. Oh boy! But yeah, he can interpret to them since it's the this thing. I can't plan their program. I told you I plan their program. Their program is physical program. It's physical program. I don't do. I've been doing it since last year. So their program, I never did virtual program for them, and I'm not planning to do that. So it's just for us to really think of this. Jazakallah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. The recorded class can be played with subtitle. Yeah. On YouTube they can. Yeah. On YouTube they can play the recorded class on with subtitle on YouTube, I think. But you know how our English is, the subtitle will be kind of saying something and you are saying something. You know how it is. So I'm not that fluent in English and my English is not that good. So the subtitle is not going to be the way it's supposed to be. So I don't think if the subtitle will communicate to them efficiently. In my opinion, you gather them all. How can I generate soft copy of what we discussed now? Please, can you help with that? Sams, can you help with that? How can I generate soft copy of what we just discussed here? How? Seriously. We've been discussing since when? The interpreter can join his camera, can join his camera. Then when you talk, then yeah, if the interpreter can join, of course, we'll get the interpreter. I have the interpreter, of course. I have them. I will just talk to them. I will talk about that. Thank you for all this. The whole call and class should be. Yeah, so Mariam, you are saddled with that responsibility since you are the one that brought the idea. Go ahead and summarize the whole class. Then it will be your daily reflection. Summarize the whole class for them and share it with any of the admin. Then they will see. Maybe we will even make you the class rep of the entire class. So we'll make you admin. So you drop it in the group since you are the one that brought the idea. Thank you for that. So after that, you summarize the class, but we'll bring the interpreter for them, I think, by tomorrow. Someone was saying I should generate a PDF file for them. When we started practically, how am I going to generate PDF file? And all this that we said, you have no idea how. Please, that idea cannot work. Yeah, Halima Sani, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Please, Mariam, why are you bringing PDF again? When you do yours, make it into PDF and drop in the group. PDF. Speakers bought the pictures up. Okay. Yes, of course, they can also join, even though I show everything. But sometimes they'll just see the image stopped. They're not listening with the, other follow-up explanation that I'm doing. So I think it's okay if they can adjust. I'll try to talk to the one of their interpreters to join us. Who is saying caption for the recorded class? Okay, maybe we'll give you the work. How Abdullah, don't worry, maybe we'll search for you to do the caption. Someone was asking me what's the question between desktop and computer. So, someone was so thank you, Sam, for responding to the question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for responding to the question because some of your question can be responded by this thing. Yeah. Yeah, physical class is best. That's why I organize the physical classes for them. But I don't know if they can join us tomorrow. I'll get the interpreter for them, then we can do it. Interpreter to read the recorded class letter I must video is going to be a very difficult task for him because you have no idea how when you are to listen to something and to create the same, we have about 1 hour 30 minutes now. For him to comprehend that 1 hour 30 minutes and create similar video for them, please, it can take him week. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. Okay, Mariam. Yeah, you can. You have to do that. Just talk to any of the admin in the group. Talk to any of the admin, Mariam, so that they will make you a admin, and you'll drop the daily summary of what we discussed and what we covered every day. What is the difference between PC and laptop? Thank you so much for answering them. I say a lot of people. Thank you. It's okay. Okay, Ojenya want to join you, Mariam. Mariam, Ojenya, you and Mariam. So please, you talk to any of the admin. She volunteered to join you in developing the summary. Please, please, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and do that. And two of you should talk to any of the admin. You are going to be the class reps because we are making class rep or normally two. So two of you should be the class reps and you should be helping us in other things and sending the link, reminding people on other things. So you and Ojenya, please talk to any of the admin. You will be make admins. Okay, I understand, Hajar and Nasir. Thank you for the advice. So you don't want me to laugh, right? Okay, I didn't see any question. And if I thank you, I'm not going to give you any responsibility. That IT employability is enough for you. So your class, I don't even know. I'm not even seeing some pictures of your survey. You are not sending field survey pictures to us. It's only two or what I didn't even know. And if I will be on your neck tomorrow. We need to see more pictures of you people in action, you people conducting your survey. What are you doing? Where have you gone to do the survey? We need that pictures. You are not sharing it to us. Okay. Someone was asking our assignment for today, pa. I didn't say I'm going to give you assignment every day. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Okay. Someone say I have observation on your title. What title? Please, can you? What title? Yeah. So video, I was confused. You're asking for today's assignment. Don't worry. I will create assignment for you. Don't worry. I'll give you assignment. Maybe I give you one assignment. I know you will not ask for another assignment. Maybe. Don't worry. I'll give you assignment. Take it easy. And you will have five assignments. I already said that. Yeah. You will have five assignments. So don't worry. Don't rush it. Someone was saying profile picture. Please, what do you mean by profile picture? Yeah, please go ahead with your observation. You said that you have observation. You say where you write IT. Please go ahead with your observation. Oh boy. Did assignment will be every Monday? No, what I said, I will tell you the assignment. It will be at the interval. The assignment will be at the interval. Even though in your letter, of course, we said the assignment will be on Mondays. But we want your assignment to be five assignments. So it can come on Monday, hopefully, since we already specified the date. So maybe it will come on Monday. Maybe it will come on Monday. But I say it can come anytime, of course. Please, you can have that. But it can come on Monday since today on, yeah. Okay. Even if we take it on Monday, it's going to be five because we are having 5 weeks, of course. So, yeah. Yeah, those of you that want to go, you can go. We are done for today. I'm just responding to some of your questions and observations. We are done for today. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Sarah Tuzani, for this observation. You said that there is need for a period between I and T in IT. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. No, the pictures I'm talking about, I'm not talking about your pictures. I'm referring to other boot camps. Then we have another program, IT, graduates, IT employability boot camp. It's not this program. They are doing field survey, they are collecting data. So I'm talking about their class rep. She talked here and I replied the class rep. So I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. What is the difference between document and PDF? Please, we'll talk about document and we are not talking, we didn't talk about documents. Okay, thank you so much. And I really appreciate this class is wonderful and it's interactive. And believe me, it's not me that you are going to see every day. So it can be anybody. And like I told you, every day is going to be new outlines and you're covering something else. So someone said, is the lecture going to be Monday to Friday every day till 40 days? I said that from the beginning. From today, now we are done for today. We have 39 days left. We have 39 days left. That's it. Someone was asking about certificate. I discussed about certificate. Please rewatch the video. I'm sharing the video with all of you. Rewatch the video. Okay. So I think that's it. That's it. I'm not responding to that. Okay, thank you so much for being here and see you tomorrow. So I'm not going to say next tomorrow. See you tomorrow and we continue from exactly where we stopped. Thank you.